Once you've securely mounted and wired the detector and reflector, you're ready to start the alignment process. First, make sure that both optics lockdown screws are loose. Next, look through the alignment mirror and find the reflector. If it is difficult to spot, use the orange adhesive-backed paper installed with the reflector as a reference. Make sure there are no people or objects obstructing your view of the reflector. This is also a good time to confirm that there are no obstructions or reflective objects within 15 inches of the beam's path. Once you've located the reflector in the mirror, adjust the horizontal and vertical alignment wheels until the reflector is centered in the mirror. The objective is to align the reflector with the hole in the gun sight and the circle on the mirror. This step will take some practice. Your eyes must shift focus between the reflector and alignment gun sight in order to successfully complete this step. Once you've completed the rough adjustment, you can move on to the fine adjustment. Ensure that neither you nor any other objects are in the line of sight between the detector and the reflector. Depress the alignment switch once. Both the digital display and yellow LED should turn on. The display should show 2 dashes indicating an electronic gain adjustment. As we continue through the fine adjustment process, the detector may enter this mode again. If the signal is too strong, the detector will reduce the gain. It is best not to disturb the detector while it is in this mode. After a few moments, the display should show a number. This number represents the relative signal strength. If the display reads low, you may need to repeat the course alignment process. The display will continue to read low until the detector receives enough light from the reflector to function properly. Once the display is properly indicating a numeric value, begin adjusting the horizontal adjustment wheel in the direction that increases the number on the display. When the number starts decreasing, continue rotating the knob 3 to 4 revolutions past the peak value to confirm that you've truly reached the center of the beam's path. The infrared light projected by the beam carries a similar shape to the beam leaving your flashlight. The intense circle of light is surrounded by a dimmer area, and then a halo beyond that. We turn the adjustment knobs past the peak value to make sure that the detector is sensing that bright center area and not the halo at the outer portion of the infrared beam. Once you've confirmed that the true peak was reached, rotate the knob back until you reach the peak value again. Repeat this process with the vertical adjustment knob. Keep in mind that the value on the display is only helping you to determine where the peak is. In other words, you don't need a value of 90 to have a good alignment, as long as you have found the highest value possible after adjusting the horizontal and vertical adjustment knobs. You have properly aligned the beam. You may need to switch back and forth between the horizontal and vertical adjustment knobs until you have found the highest possible value. And as stated earlier, the detector will auto-adjust its gain if you surpass a value of 90. Once you feel confident that you've aligned the beam, press the alignment button. The digital display will turn off, and the yellow LED will remain on. First, set the sensitivity of the detector using the sensitivity button and digital display. Use the chart in the manual to determine which setting is acceptable for your installed distance. Press the sensitivity button once. The digital display will illuminate and read the current sensitivity setting as indicated on the chart. Press the button until you reach your desired sensitivity level. The default sensitivity will be factory set at level 4 or 50%. Before installing the outer housing, tighten the optics lockdown screws. Be careful not to disturb the optics or over-tighten the screws. Once the optics are secure, place the housing over the detector and tighten the 4 housing screws. Remove the protective film from the detector lens. You are now ready to begin monitoring the space with the detector. Press the reset button, making sure that neither you nor any objects are blocking the beam's path. The yellow indicator light will blink for around 20 to 30 seconds as the detector makes a final gain adjustment to compensate for the dark lens. The yellow light will go out and the green light will start to blink, indicating a successful setup and gain adjustment. You can now install the paintable trim ring.